Hey, what's happening, y'all? It's your boy Ash. Going with today. What I'm gonna be making is not the McRib, but the real rib sandwiches today. I'm gonna be making this with these baby back ribs right here. I'm gonna smoke them up real good, put some sauce on them. You know what I'm saying? Get the bones out of them good and tender, and then you'll see the process. It's a little bit different using the Texas crutch, but it makes them real tender, so you can just pop the bone on out, just put it on some bread, and it's, eat them up time. Then I'm gonna do these rib tips. I'm gonna use different, sort of like what I did last night with the ribs I made last night. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add a glaze to it, and it's gonna be a brown sugar, honey, butter, vanilla glaze. Yes, I said vanilla, y'all, and it is delish. All right, y'all. Go fire up my grill, season this meat, let it sit for a little while. I'll be back. All right, so basically, I got my rub. This rub is like a KC barbecue rub. Don't use it on these. I got some applewood rub. I'm gonna be using on the rib tips. I'm on the baby backs, but for the tips, I'm going with this KC barbecue style rib, whatever you want to call it. You get the meaning. And basically, you just want to coat them. A lot of people put, like extra brown sugar. I mean, not brown sugar, but extra like garlic and onion and salt and pepper and everything. But usually, when you buy the prepackaged rubs, yeah. To each his own. But basically, when I'm doing this, I can't do this with my left. There we go. Oh yeah, I look like I know what I'm doing now. Shout out to Weaver if they want to give me some promo. Some promo stuff to use in my recordings, I will gladly accept. But I'm not just exclusively using that though. So I'm gonna let this sit and put it in the fridge for about 30-45 minutes while I get the fire going. And then usually you can let this stuff sit overnight, but like I said. And what I would like to do starting off with these is remove this membrane here. Basically use a knife, get up under the skin, and then peel it back with a paper towel. That allows the flavor to get off and it makes it easier to eat. See, basically like that, but I can't really do this one-handed, so you get the picture. Next, for this sandwich application, what you're gonna have to do is cut on each side of the bone here. Basically use a fillet knife and cut along the side of the bone, because that's gonna allow for, well, these things gonna fall off the bone tender anyway, but it makes it that much easier to get the bones off. So when you're getting ready to make your sandwich, because this is gonna be like, this is one sandwich, that's gonna be 2 sandwiches, 3, 4 sandwiches. There's gonna be 4 sandwiches of goodness. Anyway, so that's what you want to do. Then after that, then I'm gonna put some rub on it, let it sit for a little while, go get the fire going, and then I'll show y'all. But anyway, this is what it looks like with the membrane removed. And then also, like I said, what you want to do is cut on each side of the bone as close to the bone as you can. Can't do it one-handed, so you have to trust me. Alright, so that's what it is, the bones, cut around the bones. So now I'm going to apply mine. Looks like this is Applewood by Grill Mates McCormick. It's pretty good. They never let me down as far as, like the rub and stuff like that. Basically, you can do your own rub. You can do equal parts of brown sugar, salt, pepper, and garlic powder, you know what I'm saying? Or onion powder, or whatever you want to make, to be your rub mix or whatever, you know what I'm saying? But the key parts being basically salt and pepper, garlic, and if you want to add brown sugar in it, that works too. Some people put real sugar in it, white sugar in their rubs, you know what I'm saying, for a real sweet, crust. I really don't worry about all that. I just like to, if somebody's gonna mix it for me, I'll just buy theirs and use that. But you know, if you want to be authentic. But that's that. So I'm gonna coat this and rub it in and let it sit. But I know this, like, this is gonna be good. I already know it. So get my fire going. I use some wood and from around the yard and cardboard. Usually I would just use that because I really don't like using lighter fluid, but because I'm like in a hurry, I really ain't got time to try to baby this fire to get started. I did use some starter fluid on the not on the charcoal, well, some on charcoal. Okay, well, I got my fire going. Use some cardboard and some wood from around the yard. And usually I don't use lighter fluid, but because I'm in a hurry, I use a little bit today. And it looks like my chimney's on this last leg. This thing has started a mini barbecue for me, so looks like I'm gonna be getting me a new chimney. But it's very good to use a chimney instead of lighter fluid because that way it doesn't get in your meat. And I used it very sparingly just to get this fire going. And thanks to Hurricane Irma, this tree between my house and my neighbors keeps giving me branches to cut from. But that's another story. But this is I think it's a walnut tree, yeah, walnut tree. So it's gonna be walnut wood, and then on top of the coals. Gonna try to keep it. Okay, you guys look at my setup here. I got a few things hanging out right now, but basically it's my smoker, barbecue, gas grill, top burner combo. My daughter bought for me for my birthday last year, and I have been putting it to much use. I love this thing. It's absolutely amazing. And so you want to keep it at around 250 degrees. I'm going to smoke it for about 2 hours, then I'm going to crutch it for another 2 hours, and that's going to be due. So we're looking at about 4 hours cook time. So about 7:30, 8 I'll be eating. Okay, I got about 275, 280 right now. I let it run a little hot because I'm going to be opening to put the meat in here. And my meat has been sitting for, looks like, seems like it was supposed to be 30, 45 minutes, but it's been about an hour and a half, so it's all ready and everything. So I'm gonna put it on in. Try to do this as quickly as possible. And I don't want to drop that dun-da-dun. Don't drop that meat now. That's pretty meaty. I think that's 2 of them. Is that 2? Yeah, that's 2. Okay. Slab A. But look at all that on there. That looks good. That's gonna come. That's gonna smoke in real good. And then get on there. This is the one I want. Let me turn it this way. Put it on the outside, facing the heat. Oh, that's a good meaty one. And I'm placing them in bone side down because I want it to the meat a chance to cook and the flavors to go down through the meat past the bones. And that way, be Gucci. That's number 1. Dang it. Then we got, I'm gonna place these, I'm sorry I wasn't showing y'all. I'm gonna place these on these top rack. Because I don't want it close to the heat. I want it to cook too fast. You see all that? And it got all syrupy and everything. I guess that's from the brown sugar of the rub. I don't know, my battery indicator came on, so it might have got cut off. But basically, I was talking about low and slow. Last one. It's being there. There we go. Guess I'll put this one down here. Make room, make room. There we go. Room for everybody. Hi, how you guys doing? I'm Bob from Michigan. Anyway. Alrighty. So then we're gonna let this cook. We're gonna check on there a little bit, you know what I'm saying? Make sure I monitor see how much that heat didn't drop. Now I gotta let it get back up to where it needs to be before I even think about closing out that vent. You can see it's raining, but as long as the fire's going, I ain't worrying too much about the rain. And I'm gonna end up pouring this over the top of it. But see you in a few. Ooh-wee. Yeah. Don't hurt. All right, it's been about 2 hours, so right now what I'm gonna do is get this take this out, and I'll talk you through it. It's kind of interesting. It's kind of fun too. I'm excited. You can see I'm still sitting at about 255, 260. You know what I'm saying? You can control that with these grills with like your upper level, your output there, and your, you know, your air inlet there. And, you know, I put in another log just to keep it going. That first log is still going on strong, but I just wanted to make sure that it didn't go down any further. And I'm real proud about how I'm able to control this temperature, because that tells on the grill master. You know what I'm saying? You can't control your fire, you can't control your grill. Look at that. Yes, sir. Smoky as hell, but looks like we got a nice little caramelization on there. I'm sure it got a nice little smoke ring. But so what at this point, I'm gonna take this off, and then you'll see what I'm about to do with it. Get it nice and right. Take them off. Ooh. Yeah. And this is just 2 hours in, y'all. So they're almost done right now, but we're gonna finish cooking them. What we call a Texas crutch. We're gonna put a little twist to it, and I'm gonna turn these over and place them on the bottom rail. These are gonna continue to cook open. And I got maybe an hour or two to go on these. Maybe an hour and a half. Hey, sweetie.
Hey, honey.
You're my assistant.
Assistant nothing.
And then, yeah, nice and juicy. All right, just so we're gonna let these cook. Take these in the house, let that temperature get back up. And then, yeah, it's going, yeah, it's rising. I think it's gonna be okay. Alrighty. Okay, we got them there at 2 hours cook time. Got them removed. And so what we're gonna do is we're gonna do a Texas crush, but we're gonna also jazz these up as far as what we're gonna do. We got brown sugar, butter. You put it in the microwave 15 seconds. Put the sticks in there, not the bowl, but put the sticks in there for about 15 seconds. That'll soften it up. And honey. And so what you want to do is you're gonna spread this honey on the butter on the bottom layer. Some brown sugar. Ooh, see if I can do this. And then some honey. And then what you're gonna do is you're gonna place the ribs on there and you're gonna stack them. You're gonna do butter, brown sugar, honey, rib, butter, brown sugar, honey, rib. You're gonna stack them up and then you're gonna close this up. But you'll see how it looks when I get done. And then also you're gonna put a little beer on it. So, 1 second. I guess I didn't warm mine up enough. It's still a little cold. I'll go get warmed up in that oven though, in that grill though. Best believe. Oops. I am not promoting any particular brand here. It's just what I got. So y'all can go on with that bull. You got nothing to do with me. On to the next. This one should have been at the bottom. Matter of fact, I'm gonna put that one at the bottom because it's the biggest one. But I got to coat that baby down. Funny though. I don't have a camera crew. Somebody to hold the camera while I do all this. Well, I do. But I like doing the things the hard way, I guess. Butter. Yeah, babe. Yeah, I'm coming. I mean, can you hold that off for 5 minutes? There we go. All right, we're gonna go finish the rest. Look at that mountain of meat there. I know that looks amazing, don't it? Yeah. Anyway, so then you're gonna top it off with a little beer. Here. That looks a hot mess, but I bet it's gonna taste delicious. Then you're gonna wrap it up. Hey, how y'all doing? Right there. So we got it in there. And then for another 2 hours. So this right here is my mixture of 1 part brown sugar, 1 part butter, half part honey, and a little vanilla extract. It's delicious. This is the glaze. We're gonna be putting it on the ribs, on the rib tips. It's the rib tips. Wow, look at that. Looking delicious. That's sitting there looking. I don't know what's going on inside there, but it sounds like a whole bunch of goodness. After I give them a good coat on this side, let it cook for 5 minutes, turn it over, coat the other side, and then 5 minutes, and then take them off. Again, I didn't know I could do that, damn it. If I didn't know I could do that, I would have been doing that. All right, time these come off. And here we go. These are the rib tips. So I'm gonna glaze them one more time with the sweet butter brown sugar vanilla glaze. Paint them up real good. Let them sit for 10 minutes and they're ready to serve. I'm making a mess on my stove. I'm gonna hear that from my wife. I guess as long as I clean up by myself. Then we got, just to be thorough, go and flip these puppies on over. Put some glaze on the other side. Things looking good, ain't they? Got some Law and Order on TV. Dun, let's go make some law now. In a little order. Who else know that song? If you watch Ted, you know it. And next, what I'm gonna do is when it's getting close to time for the others to come out, I'm gonna place this in the oven. We're gonna set it to just warm right under 200 degrees while I wait for the rest of the stuff to get done. Oh. The hell? Oh, that's what I cooked last night. I barbecued some neck bones. I know I'm country. And then next we got is just butter you some loaves. And I like to sprinkle just a little bit of garlic powder on mine, you know, and then go and place them on the grill to toast. Get a nice little smoke in them and you know, a little toasty action. This is gonna be so good. And luckily, this grill came with, probably can't see it too well, but it came with brakes. It goes in the fire pit part. And what I'm gonna do is I'm going to set the bread down. Brush this off real quick. This is gonna be hot. A lot of times, a lot of people like to coat their grates with oil, but I'm just gonna place these on here and toast them up. It ain't gonna take but a second. What do I do with it? There it is. And toast it to your liking. I don't like mine toasted too hard. I just like a nice little sear. And it just starts to get brown. And the key is not to let it burn. Good enough for me on that one. Slide this one over. Get some action on that side. Nice. Oh yeah. Delicious. That butter and a nice little garlic aroma. Perfect. Now all we get to do is wrap this on up. There you go. Thank you. She want a sample. Yeah. It's for real tips. Taste this, baby. It shouldn't be too hot. You want me to break out a piece like this?
Mm-hmm.
There you go. What? Is it good?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I was didn't show her face before. If it wasn't good, it'll be like, it ain't good. Okay. Can I get you to hold this while I do this? I'll open this up. Alrighty. And this is the headliner of the show. Ooh, that's hot. Look at all that. And so what I have to do now is just pull the bones out. And because I cut it earlier, there. I'm gonna have to let that sit for a minute because it is like super hot. But I'm gonna pull the bones out and place it on the bread. Do all that. Thank you. So we now deboned. I guess you can call me debonair. Debonair. Debonair.
And I was standing outside.
And here we have it. Now you can put some sliced onions and pickles on it, but she don't like sliced onions or pickles, so and then put some barbecue sauce on it to your liking. But here we go. We're gonna see what the jury say. I can't wait to get to mine.
Barbecue sauce. Add some on the rush. I'll eat the beans later if I'm done taking with me the food. I know it's gonna be.
And there we go with some mustard greens my beautiful smoking hot wife made, and some baked beans.